name is Jason Riffle. I work at Able Electric, and I just come today to share my testimony and to tell you really what the Lord's done from before Christ to after Christ, which is now. Jesus is the best thing I've ever found in life, and really, for 12 years in addiction, it was the thing that I always needed in life. But you try everything else, it seems like I was hard-headed, and had to really try everything until it come to the point where the Lord was like, try me, try and see. And now that I've tasted and seen, I know that He is good, and He's got me forever. It started off early in high school, just getting in with the wrong crowd and hanging out with the wrong type people, and I guess I was always easily influenced. And you get in and you start doing certain things, and it just continues to grow into something that you never thought it would become, especially in addiction and sin. So it was probably about started when I was 16 and coming up through school, got in and just, started skateboarding and hanging out with the wrong ones, and it just become something that I never thought it would be, to the point where I got married early and ended up losing my family, losing my kids. It was just nothing but destruction, and pushed everyone who ever loved me away until the point where, I had nothing. And then you have like an aha moment, it seems like, when you're in addiction, moments of clarity really when you're sober for a brief moment, and you think and you look back and you see that you've really accomplished nothing. You have no hope or future to accomplish anything. And so that's when my brother, he come to me and he told me about the Center of Hope. And he said it's a year-long recovery discipleship program. It's God-based. You'll learn who you are in Christ, and you'll learn more about Christ, and really find sobriety, and then hold on to that to, learning more about the Lord is what keeps you. So upon going there, at first it was kind of unfamiliar. I knew who the Lord was, but I never knew personally who He is to me. And so in a year's time, you just have the time to really sit down and work on yourself. And so in that year, they offered a GED program. I got my GED. I got my license back that I hadn't had. Probably they were suspended for, I think, about 3 years. The Lord fully restored my family to where now I'm a father to my kids. I'm a husband to my wife. We actually got remarried the second time this past June, and life's just better than it's ever been. It's crazy in addiction how you never really see a way out of it. The lies of the enemy come and tell you this is how you are, this is generational, this is something that's been passed down from, other generations upon, 3 generations before me. But really to break that now, that generational curse, only through the Lord, to where I don't ever have to see my kids struggle with the same things. And if you raise them right, now that I know the Lord, I can raise them biblically. I can teach them the Word and share the Word with them, and really continue to walk this thing out with the Lord. And as He shows me, I show them. And so I'll never have to see them go through the same struggles. It's just really important for us as a family to grow as a whole in the Lord. The things that He's speaking to me may not be the things He speaks to my wife, but we get together and we share with one another and grow with one another in Him as a family. And there's power in that. There's healing in that. There's everything. And I can tell you now that when the Lord restores something, it's eternal. It's not a temporary, it's not something you'll see happen for 5 years and then it'll fizzle out. When the Lord moves in your life, it is long term. He's not a short term God. He never has been, and I don't believe He ever will be. His word is true today as it was yesterday and forever. And so that's what I stand on, is His word. I thank the Lord for salvation, for sobriety, and I just thank Able Ministries for sowing into my life. And now that I've been here for a little while, I have the opportunity to sow into the same ministry that reached out and saved my life, that led me to the cross and just helped me in my time of nothing, in time of just defeat and condemnation and sorrow and everything, destruction. And now it's just an amazing opportunity to go out and to witness to other people. And the Lord, it's like He saves the super lost to reach the super lost. And there's no better feeling than sowing seed into someone's life and watching God just fully, totally, drastically change everything about them. You know, offering the same program that I went through and completed, and there's just freedom in that. There's freedom and no better feeling than to help those, you know, who were just like me. You know, and only there's people that you can reach that will only ever listen to you. You know, never be afraid to share your testimony. There's so much power in testimony, and there's people who need to hear that. And they're like, man, if they done it, you know, if the Lord done it for me, He'll do it for anyone. He's no respecter of person, and His goodness and mercy are just the best thing that I've ever found in life. I thank you for your time today. I love you.